Hello everyone. Now we'll be doing how to answer the questions given in poems. So in the videos to follow, you will see that each and every poem has been very well analyzed and has been described in depth. But is that enough to answer the questions? Well, you might say, okay, I know all the analysis, I know what the poet thinks and I know what he is writing, and that is enough for me to answer the question. But sometimes, especially during the exams, you need little tricks to answer the question. So I will be explaining in this video how do you go about answering the questions of poems, right? So I've made a little flow chart here. So firstly what you do is you read the poem. Don't have any preconceived conceptions in your mind. Okay, like you might have read the question, so you might have already thought of the answer. But firstly what you do is you first read the poem again, right? Then you move on to underlining the poetic devices. Suppose you've been given a reference to context. So what you do is read it first, underline all the poetic devices that have been mentioned in that paragraph, right? Then you move on to reading the questions. Now there are various types of questions in this. One are normal, questions like what happened, why happened, when happened, such typical questions. Secondly, we have poetic device questions, and thirdly we have analysis questions, right? So we have already covered the poetic device questions when we underline the poetic devices, right? Now moving on to the other questions, we will come across that later in the flow chart. So then you next read the questions. You see what exactly you have to find, where you have to find a meaning, where you have to find a poetic device, where you have to answer what, right? Which one is a long question, which one is a short question. You analyze the questions next. So you read the questions. Next what you do is you read the poem again and mark the answers, right? So if you've been given an RTC, so you go through it line by line, and wherever you find an answer to the question that has been asked, you underline it or circle it. Just mark it in a manner that first you have marked all the answers to all the questions and then you proceed towards answering. So after you have marked all the answers for all the questions, we proceed towards answering the question. Now you have to understand that there are two types of questions apart from the poetic devices and the vocabulary ones. One are the long answer type and the next is the short answer type question. So in the short answer type questions, they are usually of 1 or 2 marks. So in these questions, what the teacher is looking for here is the exact words, right? You don't have to give them an entire story, an entire description of what happened in the past, how the scene came about. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to give vivid descriptions. They are to the point questions and you have to answer them to the point and briefly, as the chances are high that your marks will be cut, right? So we have covered short answer type questions. Moving on to long answer type questions. So in these questions, you will give vivid description of everything. Your teacher might have told you 5 adjectives about something. In long answer type questions, if you want 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5 marks, you need to put 10 adjectives out there for the teacher, right? And not only the adjectives, make sure that you give a little past history as well of what the author was thinking, of what might have been the scenario in the poem because of which the question that we're answering came about, right? Just go into the details and pick out every little thing that you can while answering, right? And make sure that if your poem has some character in it, then while answering the long answer type question, do give its characteristic features as well, because that helps the other person, the teacher, understand that you have well understood and analyzed the poem. So this was the long answer type questions. Next, what we do after all seeing all this, next is put in lines from poem for reference. So especially this goes for long answer type questions. When you're answering something, you need to give references, right? From where have you analyzed this? So just put a little line or two in your answer. Okay, this is what the poet writes and this is what it means. So a little references here and there just enhance your answer further. Now I have a little tip for you guys so that you can analyze the poems better and even answer them better. That is, know about the author, right? When you read Robert Frost's poems, you understand that he is very much close to nature. So if somebody would have read about Robert Frost, he would know that he was living in New England and it was a place very close to nature, full of beautiful trees and everything else, and that is one reason that he was very close to nature, and each and every of his poems are somehow, most of the themes are related to nature. And even when you read Sylvia Plath, you understand that she was going through a very miserable time in her life, because of which actually inspired most of her poems. Right? So when you know about the author, it helps you understand what mindset the author might have had while writing the poem, and then you can answer both short answer and long answer type questions to the point, which is very important, right?